unless you want to keep it.
I'll smash that.
I'll keep it on.
Okay, we'll put it on the fridge. Okay, lovely.
I really like the cereal.
Good.
Like slime.
Good. So,
So I don't really like it.
well, you don't really like it.
No.
Did Ben choose it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get another one for you then.
Okay.
Now, you need PE kit for tomorrow, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Just sporty. Just a sporty shirt and sporty shorts.
Well, I've got you a shirt with the school
You
vest job. We bought it. We have to find those
like
black
for one for
shorts.
PE.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Don't very much too bad. This one's another one on you, so it's not like that. Wanna look, man? Wanna look? Cause why not? Why not? Why not?
Okay. So let's go on that thing.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, put your shoes on. Oh, look at her.
Right.
Look at her. Say goodbye to her.
Bye. This one. Okay. How much you got there?
So you've got that.
What?
You've got that windbreaker coat in your bag, and you've got your mask in there as well,
What's
haven't
that?
you?
Yes.
But you don't wear masks at school, do you?
Some people.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Good to be back. How was everyone weekend? Herman, we'll look at that. We will consider your offer. Okay, let's see what we have today. Let's see. So, a lot of you are gonna be saying it's a Labor Day, it's a holiday today. Yes, it is. That is true. But what do I always say? If there is enough volume for breakout, then of course there's enough volume for continuation. If there's no volume for a breakout, then that means we're just going to be staying and waiting for a breakout. But once it breaks, then means that we have volume, and I think it's not going to be pretty bad. So we'll have to go through now and see what we have. Now charts are white. That was just for myself there. I use dark colors when I do analysis on my own. Already complaints? Can't believe that. Okay, so let's start from USD and continue all the way to the last pair here on the right. So from the previous week we had this 4-hour zone here, and it's been pretty long that couldn't break either side. We had some consolidation. Then we had this big move from NFP. It moved down but still got rejected from the support here, we can say, since we have all these candles on the left also that got rejected from the same level. Now price came back all the way up, but on the 1 hour we don't have the same level anymore. On the 1 hour we have this new resistance created from Euro USD, which I think now we're gonna have to wait for a breakout. So if we do want to take a trade on Euro USD, we're gonna need to wait for a break above 1.18600, a retest and continuation. Why? Because this zone is new now for Euro USD and it's been rejecting a lot lately. Now if we do wait for this zone, this 4-hour zone right now for a breakout, is going to be that first we're going to need a breakout. So it's going to be very close with the next zone, then a retest to continue. That would be pretty risky, and I wouldn't risk anything unless we break this whole consolidation box. So unless I see this break above this whole consolidation box, there's not going to be a trade here. Euro JPY is the same. We need a break above. We'll see if we're going to get that today. A break to the upside or to the downside depends. Right now it's starting to push. We'll see if we're going to get a break later on. There's no trade means for now. EA is a messy pair for now. We're going to skip that. USD JPY. USD JPY needs to come all the way down here and give us a break. So it's a little bit too far right now. It's going to take some time until it comes. It's going to go through them pretty quick, so we don't miss maybe a trade that's happening right now. USD CAD pushed all the way up. Check the 4-hour. Yeah, so on USD CAD we have this resistance, and we got rejected on Friday. Couldn't break above. We'll see. Since last night we made a pretty big correction from the Friday's move, so we'll see. Maybe we'll have a breakout, or it's gonna get rejected again, who knows. GBP/USD is currently at support. We have this support and this one. Both of them are pretty good supports, and we had good rejections before on them. So now currently the 4-hour is at support. Let's take a look at the 1-hour. Let's take a look at the 1-hour. 1-hour is, let's see, on the 1-hour we have this support here, and looks like it got close below. But that was 2 candles before. This candle closed below, made a small retest and continuation. We can say this is the second retest, so not safe. Staying away from it. We'll see if it does give us a better one. Would be if it does come and close below this. That's when I would consider it, and it probably would be also a 4-hour breakout. So much more confirmation. So for now there is no trade yet. Aussie dollar still looks like it's rejecting the support. Yes, Andres, we know that it's a bank holiday. So NZD/USD is at support. GJ is nothing. GJ is nothing. It's rejecting support. I don't know what you guys see on GJ, but I see that we got rejected from support here. Or maybe you are thinking a break and retest of this, which I don't think would be a safe trade. I don't think so. So I'll probably look, there's a big difference when you want to take a trade. For example, would you rather take a trade on this level, which there are plenty of rejections and confirmation, plenty of rejection that confirms that this is a good support, or would you take it just in one big rejection candle here, 2 candles close below? I don't think I would trust this, so I'd rather take a trade on this level to be way more safe. So yeah, no trades right now on GJ. No trades. CAD JPY still couldn't break above this consolidation box, and looks like it's dropping now. We may see a break below this. Who knows? It may give us a chance. If it does, we're gonna be here ready to take it. We had also a break of this other support there, but if it does come from this zone to make the retest here, that's not going to be valid for me. It is valid, but it is too risky. When price comes from another support to make a retest to another broken support. So unless we break below a retest and continuation, then there's no trade. Oh, we had a nice move on the Euro NZD here, but looks like we missed it. GBP CAD. Gaps are usually get filled, but they can also not get filled. So you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. In this case, for example, the gap is very close, like 5 pips maybe, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it shouldn't be anything, it's not anything big here. Big gaps are that happen more than 10 pips, 20, 30 pip gaps, which if they happen, there are some certain things that need to be looked at. I think I'm gonna skip GCAT because it's too messy right now. There are too many zones in between. This is when sometimes there is a pair with too many zones in between. It is too messy for me to trade GCAT right now, so we skip GCAT for now until it comes a time when it gives us a very clean break and retest on a clean zone. EuroCAD is pushing up. Can this be a daily retest? Yeah, looks like this can be a daily retest. See, we had this big bearish candle close below. Then price came all the way up didn't respect the zone. This was like a little fake out. And then the next one came all the way down. This candle closed below again. Now we're having this another try to continue up, or just a retest, I guess, for more continuation to the downside. I think we should have a rejection here. But I don't know. Trading daily retests, it's a little bit too risky, I think. And our entry should have been here on the top with a 20 pip stop loss, which would be all the way up here. We'll see. Maybe if we do have another rejection here or something like that. We need more confirmation. GA again at that daily and 4-hour support. It's been too long. Yeah, EuroCAD is risky, so gonna need to wait for more confirmations, you know, maybe some rejections first. So we'll see. Since it's a new week, can we look if it's a weekly retest also for additional confirmation, like 1 hour and 4 hour? Same with daily and weekly. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, why not? You can look also for weekly. Usually, you know, when you have a breakout on the weekly, because you probably should be, you know, let's say you have resistance here on the 1 hour, and it's pretty big, lots of rejections, and the price closes around 30 pips above, then you probably think that this is weekly breakout too. Weekly doesn't really, you know, would mean too much for us, since we trade only, you know, lower time frames. So see, on the weekly we have basically nothing on EJ. What can we say on the weekly? We're still bullish. There's no signs of going bearish right now. So on the weekly should be a bigger move to, you know, give us a direction. On the weekly it's still bullish. So what are the chances of breaking to the upside? Maybe higher than breaking to the downside, since we're still bullish on higher time frames. Which coffee do you like? I don't know, I don't have a certain one. The siren, okay. Looks like the siren is too far for now. I'll get it later. I'll get it later. GPP and SD gold, we don't trade them. USD CAD is doing nothing. So I said for now on USD CAD I don't see anything. Unless I said we break above this, then we might have a trade. Or maybe a retest of this broken resistance, which in a way there was a small breakout. If you look at the previous you look at this candle here, it looks like a small break and a retest continuation. So I don't know how safe would be to take bias if it does reject all the way down. GJ is doing nothing for now. Like I said, there is it's just the rejection from support. We'll see when it comes at this level. We'll see what we can do. Maybe wait for a break above, or maybe a retest on the 4-hour, because we didn't have a 4-hour retest on this support. Okay, so looks like before I didn't see this, that we have a 4-hour breakout, but price is coming all the way from this support, so that means we have a retest coming from another zone. Should we take it or not? Honestly, I would take it, since see, we got rejected first from support, came all the way up. Next 4-hour came all the way down, closed below the previous candle, also below support, and it was a strong support. The only thing is that we went all the way down without a retest. Now it's coming up again. This is going to be the first retest, but it's coming from another zone after it did the move. So what we want is to go with the momentum, and the momentum may not be there right now. So taking sells would be way more risky, but we're gonna look. We're gonna see what we're gonna get, if we're gonna get anything or not. Maybe wait for a little bit of rejection before taking sells. So we'll see. I don't quite understand this chart. I think the zones are not very clear. Price broke old support. If you look at higher time frames, I think it would be much better. There would not be much complication, and just buying GJ from here I think would be too risky. So better wait for price to come at this level and see what we can do. Gaps. The gap on GJ was almost closed. It is only a 3 pip, 2 pips gap, but that doesn't mean anything. You shouldn't be trading based on gaps, they don't matter. If price didn't continue up, came all the way down, broke support, then who cares about gaps? That gap can stay there for years for what it cares. EURUSD left gaps, I think before elections, I don't know. Yeah, it came after 2 or 3 years to fill the gaps. It never came back for gaps. People kept selling and selling, thinking that it's gonna fill the gap, but never came back. Pushed like 1,000 pips to the upside. So gaps are shouldn't be in our plans. Let's say, for example, we have this resistance now, right? That it was a support, now becomes resistance once it breaks below. If price broke this, came all the way down, respected the zone, there shouldn't be a doubt to not take the trade just because we have a gap here. Or, for example, when gaps can get filled, when there's a high chance of gaps getting filled, is if price now comes all the way up, breaks above this resistance, makes a retest, and then there's a high chance that price might continue up after the breakout and also fill the gap. That's when there's high chance of these gaps closing. But you always need to focus on the zones because that's what's important. Gaps comes after the zones, after the candle closes, the confirmations that you get, all these. Yeah, looks like there's a fake out setup on GU. But on the 4 hour, it's just a rejection. It is just a rejection. I think I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna take anything. Need a proper break and retest. Even though it closed like 8 pips above, that can be a good breakout. Still not gonna take it. Gonna watch your cat, what happens here. EA, there's no trade on EA because it is too messy. EA, there's no certain level that we can focus on, so I wouldn't trade it for now. I would wait for Aussie dollar. Let's see what it gives us, because we are too close support. It's a good support. If we do break, we might have a nice move to the downside. Will you ever offer services like FTMO funding? Who knows, maybe in the future. There's the not big movement, but you can't say there was no movement because there was. If you look at GJ made a whole 70 pip drop. So if you say that today is a bank holiday on USA, what about this 70 pip movement? So it doesn't mean that the market's not gonna move. And yeah, we'll see. So we'll wait for Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar waiting for a break. Can I sell GU now? The weekly is dropping. No, you can't. Why would you sell GU? Weekly made a retest, and we can see some bullish continuation maybe on GBP. Who knows? Looks like this was just a retest and now it's going to continue. So let's see what happens. So what would be a good trade? A very good trade here. If we get to go all the way up above the previous candle, that would be a strong confirmation for us. And we would have a break above this, a rejection from the support, big rejection, and a bullish close maybe on the 4 hour. I would take the retest without thinking twice. Watching the weekly, which is also still bullish, would be perfect. So let's wait and see. It can reject one more time again to the downside maybe, but we'll have to wait. There's no trade right now. Do you think watching dollar index price indicates where other currency pairs go? Right now, dollar index is moving down, so GBP is moving upward. Is there any correlation? I don't think so. I don't trade correlations for myself, so I wouldn't suggest you either. There's no need. Every pair moves in their own. They all have different levels. If dollar index is dropping, then GBP is at resistance. You can just buy GBP. Maybe if it does break above, it can be a good confirmation, but no, that's not how I trade. I don't trade based on correlations. We might also have a chance of taking a trade on EJ in this middle zone of this consolidation, because you know that I always say in a consolidation box we're always going to have a middle zone, and that middle zone on EJ is this 125.600. We're having a lot of rejections from this level, so we don't need to wait maybe for the whole consolidation to break. Maybe just need a break below this and retest to continue down. If that's the case, we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna have that much volume to push this all the way up and make a 30 pip move, because it's a lot, even though it can happen. So rather maybe just wait for this support to break. It is pretty quiet right now, so you guys need to be patient. see tomorrow if we have any news. Not too much. Looks like some Euro and GBP news, but would you still consider support or resistance if it held in the past but have been recently ignored? Good question. Probably I wouldn't. If price now has created a new zone and that's the zone it's respecting, but it's not respecting a zone that held in the past, then you should focus on what's happening now and what zone is respecting now, not in the past. That's what I think. I used to also, not ignore the past supports or resistance. Even now, I don't ignore them, but I like to, if I have a break, I like to have a break on both new zones and old zones. So probably they should match. If they don't match, I'll probably just focus on the new zones because that's what's happening now. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. Now if it's creating new zones, then you should focus on that. But let's say we have a consolidation box, right? You have a consolidation box and price is moving from support to resistance, couldn't break. And now let's say you have a breakout. So you have a breakout and you expect price to make a retest. What if now there's a zone that was in the past here? Would that cause you any problems? Would that make you have doubts that price now is not going to respect the zone which was recently created and we've been having a lot of rejections? Then if this is too far or too old, I would probably just ignore it. But always if we have any kind of resistance or if this is a support, depends, and price is coming from that for retest of a new zone that was created, I'll just use lower risk. Why? Because there's always a small chance that might create some problems and this may cause a fake out and price continue down. So I think we shouldn't ignore them like totally. I think we should consider them at least or use like a smaller risk, because if it's there you can't just ignore it, because if you take the loss then you're gonna know that you did that mistake on purpose. You didn't want to consider that as a problem that may cause a fake out. So why not considering both? Why not using a smaller risk just to take like a small preparation if it does happen to be a fake out? Is it advisable to trade only one pair? Yeah, why not? If you are very disciplined, you can trade only one pair, but I doubt that. Not too many people can only trade one pair, because trading one pair only means that you're not gonna get setups too much. You might go for a whole week without a trade. Are you ready for that? Yeah, if you trade low time frames, even the higher time frames, I mean, you can get at least a trade per week, of course. But it was just an example. Would you be ready to wait and wait and wait until you get that trade? It just depends on you. I'm struggling. I find too many areas of support and resistance. Can you help in showing you ignore the minor ones? Look, just focus where you have most of rejections. If there's not enough rejection, there's no need to draw a zone. And that's the whole thing. If all the rejections are here, then that's when you can draw one zone. But if there's a zone only with one or two candles rejecting, that doesn't mean that you need to draw that zone. There are these minor zones that can just get ignored. There's no need to draw them. Dan, can you send a chart maybe, so I'll look at it and see where you're drawing unnecessary zones. Just send me a chart and I can go through it. I mainly trade the GJ, looking to add a second pair. Any recommendations? I don't know, maybe you can add Euro JPY. Euro JPY is pretty good. Gives you a lot of opportunities also. Sometimes price breaks resistance without retest. Still you take trade. How do you mean still you take trade? Don't understand the question. Euro GBP is the least wanted pair in my list. If price breaks resistance and doesn't make a retest, then if it does come later on, do I take it? I think that's the question that you're trying to make. I do take it if it doesn't go to another zone before coming for the retest. If it does come from another zone after it broke and didn't make a retest, then I'll probably skip it or maybe just use less risk, depends. No, GU already pushed. Better stay out, Scott. Look at GJ, all the way down. Let's see, maybe we'll get a break on EJ soon. We have a 10 pip range here, which we can break easily, I think. This needs to start to drop. If it goes bearish, we have plenty of time, so there's no need to worry. Usually the 4-hour and 1-hour zones are going to be the same. Usually. So it shouldn't make a big difference at the 4-hour from on the 1-hour. Yeah, it's good. I don't know what's wrong with this chart. You have your major zones pretty good, and you're not looking too much in between. So I said before, GCAD is not for trading right now because there's too many zones in between. If you find yourself drawing too many zones in between, means that the pair is too messy right now and it cannot be traded. It can be traded, but it's going to be very difficult to decide which level you want to take, which one you want to wait for a breakout. So what do? You just skip that. Find a better pair that has a better chart. Let's say EJ is very clean right now, waiting for this support to break, not too much complication. If I go to GCAD is messy. I don't know where to think that, okay, I'm starting from this level, I'm gonna wait for this level. There are too many levels in between. So I'd just rather skip it for now at all, not trade it. There's no need. It's not necessarily to trade this pair. Find a better one. Go to EJ, open the 1-hour, and it's a clean chart. You wait for this breakout. We filled the range to the downside. Okay. Safer to break out of the box either, and that would be even better. That would be even better, but have to wait. Also break below this would be pretty good. We have plenty of rejections. Breaking above would be even better, but it's just right now doesn't seem that we're gonna have that. So waiting and waiting. Aussie dollar was at support, couldn't break, looks like it's pushing up. Yeah, for Aussie dollar we need to break this resistance. This support or this resistance if we want to take a trade. So we're in between these two zones. Once we break either to the upside or downside, we can have a nice trade. Aussie dollar can be pretty good, to be honest. We have big range to fill to the upside if we do break above almost 40 pip range, and Aussie dollar is still bullish. It is still bullish. This can be just a pullback for more continuation, and you can draw your trend lines if you want, and this should already push to the upside because we broke out of this channel, made a retest, continuation. See where even if I have trend lines using, I'm still gonna wait for a level to break. So once we break above this, then I'm gonna be sure that price is gonna continue. Why I wouldn't take the retest of this trend line? Because price is coming from another zone. So the safest way, wait for this resistance to break, then you're free to go all the way up here, no traffic at all. You consider these areas. Why not where price is, where all these candles are closing, but here in the middle of the candles? That's what I don't know. And why not where candles are closing here, but all the way up here in the middle of these candles? Still good for you. On EUDUSD, if you check the weekly, it's on the retest. Let's check the weekly. I think Aussie dollar did the weekly retest, so it should continue up. Next resistance is all the way up here, so I think we can continue at least to fill this daily level, so we'll see. We're just gonna try to get 10-20 quick pips and get out. Okay. I'll be back doing a small break. Small break because we don't have anything. So I'll get something done and be back. Okay. Okay. Still nothing. What happened? What happened, guys? GJ, big drop. Pretty big drop. Yeah, as expected. As expected. Let's see if GU closes below this. Then I'll try some sells. If GU closes below this. GJ, I don't know about GJ. Has more zones in between, but we'll see. We have this zone here. I'm gonna take GU better. GU is clean. If we do close below this, then next target is all the way down here. Let's see, 8 minutes left. I'll take GU. GU looks better for me. Yeah, if my screens wouldn't be curved, I don't know if I would like it. You know, all straight, I don't like that. Curved monitors, way better. I just hope we have a good break on GU and not like an indecision candle. Not this candle coming all the way up and close just above or something like that. I would hate that to happen, but we'll see. Let's wait. A good close would be good for everyone. Let's take a look at your chart. Okay, Australian dollar, US dollar, breakout, retest, hammer signal for reversal. I don't know about that. Can we take a trade here? Wait for breakout upper structure? Yeah, so on Aussie dollar, we're gonna have to wait for break above this resistance or below the support. So both of them are possible. Maybe not on this hour, but the next one, because seems like couldn't continue up now. Maybe we'll have a break below. If we do, we can take a trade. But for now, the pairs that may give us a trade are GU. GJ can also be one, but GJ a little bit messy, I think, because this zone was the previous zone, and I want to put this where candles are closed. Then we have these candles that a little bit messy, and I don't know if we're going to close below this, but we also have this one here. So I'll just stick with GU because GU is clean. If they end up without giving us a clean breakout, I'll probably just go, because there's no point of waiting for another hour here in front of charts. EJ also can give us a trade later on, we'll see. GJ is still looking good for buys. You've been saying that for the last 2 hours. I mean, why does GJ look good for buys? There's no confirmation. Let's see, GU. GU is about to break. Almost there, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left, and we get to see if we're gonna get a breakout. Yeah, GA is very volatile. I try to stay away from it. Look, a 10 pip breakout would be the best, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. Do you have a course for beginners? No, don't have. Yes, yes, yes. GJ. I'm not taking GJ. GJ is not very clean for me. And as you said, it's a 4-hour level. So pretty risky for me. GU on the other hand is how many pips? Only like 6 pips breakout? We'll have to see. Let's see. I need a retest here. A pullback. Stop loss probably around how many pips we can use? Maybe 15 pip stop loss. Because if it does come all the way up here, it's not going to be a good sign. So we need a small pullback here and continuation to the next zone. Yeah, daily on Geo has still more room to drop. So it can come all the way down here. There's still more room to drop on the daily on Geo. I think it's a good setup. Okay, let's see. We need price to come at least at 1.31950 maybe, or all the way to where candles are closed. That would be the safest. What about the 4-hour? We may have a retest on the 4-hour. That can be an we can't ignore this. We might have a 4-hour retest. We might have a 4-hour retest. Now we have a 27 pips, 25 pips range. I don't know if the 4-hour is gonna push all the way up to make that 4-hour retest, because we broke below this 1-hour support. I don't know. We'll have to see. This previous candle, which is a breakout candle, is pretty strong, bearish momentum, and we may see continuation after the retest, but we can't ignore the 4-hour. Can't ignore 4-hour because the thing that I'm worried about is that we may come deeper for the retest and get stopped maybe, but it's gonna be only a 4-hour retest. That's the thing here. So maybe I should wait for a price to come a little deeper in the zone, then take sells with a stop loss just entry around here, stop loss just above the breakout candle. So yeah, not gonna take sells here just because of the 4-hour, because 4-hour needs to come much higher to make that retest. So what I'm gonna do is I'll wait for price to come deeper in the zone around here. And I'll put stop loss just above the breakout candle. So let's see. Can price reject from this level too? Yes, it can. But I'm just not feeling safe to take sells right here, just because of 4 hour. Let's see. Euro JPY closed bearish. Yes, it did, but unless it breaks below support, then there's no trade. Been scared lately. Who, me? I've been scared. I don't know about that. Last trade gave us 80 pips. Scared and disciplined are two different things. Or picky, maybe. I'm being very picky because, of course, I want the best trade. I would be taking a lot of trades until now if I wouldn't be trying to find the best setup possible that has the highest percentage to give us some good pips. I'm not going to be here just taking any trade that I see. We have to look at all different things that might affect the trade. If I would take the trade, like you said now, I'll be in drawdown, but I didn't. I'm expecting price to come a little deeper just because of the 4 hour. I just want the best entry possible that we can have. And I see that there's a possibility that price might come higher. So just taking everything that needs to be done to not risk our profits. What to do if it drops from here? I wouldn't care less. I'll wait for another trade, why not? If it doesn't meet my criteria, then I don't care if I miss it. I want to be comfortable when I take a trade, not with doubts. So, not gonna regret anything. We are not in a hurry, guys. We're not in a hurry, so there's no need to rush things. Day has just started. There's plenty of time There's plenty of time. Be patient. Nice, G is rejecting. Wow, 16 pips. Almost 20. Good. Anyway, I don't really regret that I didn't take it. I don't. Scared money don't make no money. Don't understand that. But looks like you're laughing with me. Okay, nice. Good job. Ahmed looks very funny today. Don't worry, don't worry. We're not in a hurry. We have plenty of time. Just because a setup is gone doesn't mean anything. It's still Monday. I mean, it was supposed to be a no trading day today. Because it's a Labor Day or bank holiday or what was that? So even if I don't take any trades, I mean, who cares? I have plenty of time until the end of the week. Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, did we lose any money? No, that's the important thing. As long as we don't lose, we're good. No need to worry about anything. Yeah, no trade for me either. no trade yet. Gonna wait until I get a perfect trade. Chemical, why did you take buys, man? There was no confirmation to take buys. Everything's bearish and you're taking buys. I don't understand why. If Aussie dollar drops now and going below the previous candle would be high chance of breakout here, and if we manage to close below, gonna have a good chance if we do, because it looks pretty strong right now. So yeah, we'll see. David, nice. If you made money on GU, nice. Yeah, I didn't take it though. But if you caught it, very nice. Congrats on your win. Yeah, we'll see. Since GU got rejected from here, maybe I'll just wait for the 4-hour to come all the way up here. So we'll see, unless it continues down all the way to next support, which also can be possible. But now, since it made the move, I'd rather wait for price to come at this resistance, make a retest, and then continue down for the rest of the day. But we'll have to wait and see if that's gonna happen, since it already made a 20 pip move. NZD GBP, Wow, NZD GBP. Who trades NZD GBP? I don't know if I ever heard about that. Looks like it already did a break and retest. This was the breakout candle, this was the retest. Very nice. But you know, first time I saw this pair, to be honest. First time. I don't trade it. EJ is rejecting. It's GBP NSD. Looks like I don't know how to read or what. It says NZD GBP, not GBP NZD. Seems like there's a problem with Ahmed today. He's acting weird. Yeah, seems like for now we don't have any trades. Yeah, there's more downside to GU because if you go on a daily, there's still some room to drop. There's still more room to drop. We have another 30 pips that we can drop until the next daily support. So yeah, there's still more room to drop. We'll still have an eye on it. On EJ, I'm waiting for a break below 125.600. If that happens. Or on Aussie dollar, we're gonna wait for 0.72750, a breakout. Let's see if we're gonna have that or not, but it doesn't seem very realistic to have a breakout now, because only GBP is moving. Other pairs are a little too slow. EuroCAD got rejected. That's what I wanted to see, and now we may see some continuation to the downside, but I'm not gonna take anything. I'm not gonna take anything. I'd rather wait until tomorrow or later on maybe to get a trade. There's no rush. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush. Euro USD buy. There's nothing happening on Euro USD. We're still in this consolidation. We need a break above, then a retest to continue up. If it does break up, or maybe it's gonna drop down to the downside, I wouldn't think about anything. You know, right now, maybe we have this support here, but they not matching. Maybe wait for this level to break. This middle zone in this consolidation box, but yeah, no trade for now. No trades yet. Aussie dollar is very clean. Once we have the breakout, it's going to be good. Only GBP pairs are moving. GCAD, too many zones in between, so skip. Have to skip it. Look at EA, look at all these wicks, all these candles. It's such a strange chart. That's why we avoid EA too. It's too messy. Yeah, it looks like we don't have any good choice for today. Yeah, since this hour, I don't think it's gonna bring anything, you know, because there's plenty of time until the candle close. I think I'm gonna go too. We don't have anything moving right now, but maybe I'll give you updates if we do have any breakout. What I'm looking for is GU cells on the 4-hour. If it does come for a retest here, then I'll expect some continuation. Also, maybe more realistic would be Aussie dollar, because it's much closer to this support and this resistance. So whenever we break below or above, we can have a trade here. So mark your charts and wait for breakout. Maybe you can set alarms if you want to. Other than that, we have also EJ. If it does break below that 125.600, we may have a trade too. So don't forget about EJ too. And yeah, these two are my favorites, I think, for now, and they are very close for a breakout. GU, it's a little bit too far because already made the move, so I'll keep you updated. The YouTube, I don't think so, but my students, of course, will trade on the chat, so don't worry. And yeah, have a nice day. Maybe today it's gonna be with no trades at all. That's still good. It's not bad. Since it's a holiday, we can take a day off too, why not? But we'll see. If we get a good chance, why not? We can still take a trade. So have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Thank you all.